Morning to all. This is Nagulmira. Our subject is PPSC. In that PPSC, third unit, our topic is two-dimensional array. Today's our topic is two-dimensional arrays. Okay. Na? Before that, what is our last topic? That is one-dimensional array. What is the meaning of one-dimensional arrays? One-dimensional array is a one type of array. It consists of only one subscription to specify particular element in array. Simply one-dimensional array consists of only one subscription. Here, the real-time example of one-dimensional array is nothing but vector matrix. What is the meaning of vector matrix? Vector matrix consists of only one column. Okay, now so to represent that particular matrix, we are using one-dimensional array. How to initialize those all are discussed yesterday. Okay, now so this is the declaration of array. Data type, space, variable name. Here there is a one subscription. In that one subscription, there is a size is mentioned. This is the example. In AVG of 50. In that AVG is the array name. This is the one-dimensional array. It consists of subscription 50. That means subscription value 50. That means it can store 50 values. 50 values. Those values are 0 to 49. Okay. Na? So example program already discussed. Okay. Na? Example program already discussed. Here what happened here. So here int n of 5. Here n is my one-dimensional array. It can store 5 values. These are our values. How do we printf? Okay, simply printf we can say we can print these all values. Okay, na? This is nothing but our compilation time. This is the initialization of array in compilation time. Here there is another syntax is there, that is dynamic initialization. So this is the simple example. This is the simple example to demonstrate dynamic initialization. How we can initialize dynamic. So using loops, for loops. Okay, na? Here array size is 4. In for loop we mentioned 0 to 4. So using this loop we can initialize values in a runtime. These are also discussed yesterday. Okay, na? Coming to our two-dimensional array. What is the meaning of two-dimensional array? Here two-dimensional array is another type of array. It consists of two subscriptions. In one-dimensional array, only one subscription is there. In square brackets, only one subscription is there. But here, two-dimensional array consists of two subscriptions. This is another type of array. It consists of two subscriptions. Okay. Here, the two-dimensional array is organized as matrix. Organized as matrix, which can be represented as collection of rows and columns. This is the important part. Okay, na? So in one-dimensional array, only one subscription is there. That only one subscription is used to represent only one column. But here, two-dimensional array organized in the form of matrix to represent and collection of rows and columns. Okay, na? So rows and columns మనం define చేయొచ్చు. Rows and columns మనం define చేయడానికి ఈ two-dimensional arrays ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. Simply to represent matrix, we are using these two-dimensional arrays, which consist of some table, nothing but rows and columns. So how we can declare two-dimensional array? We can declare two-dimensional array as simple. First, one-dimensional array. But one-dimensional array consists of only one subscription. But here there are two subscriptions are there. Now here declaration of two-dimensional array is as follows: data type space array name. Data type space array name. Here there is a one subscription for rows. Here there is a one subscription for rows and another subscription for columns. Semicolon. So this is the simple declaration of two-dimensional array. Recalling again. So data type space array name. Here there is a two subscription. Our definition says two. What is the meaning of two-dimensional array? Two-dimensional array consists of two subscription. One is for rows, second is for columns. So here one subscription is for rows. Next one, second subscription for columns. Semicolon. This is the simple declaration of two-dimensional arrays. Okay, na? Now coming to our example. Here, data type example is integer. Int is a data type space. Array name is nothing but two dimension. Okay, two dimension. Two dimension is my array name. So here one substitution for rows. So simply this is the one substitution for four. I mentioned four. That means four columns. I am declaring two-dimension array that is four rows. Here there is another substitution for columns. I mentioned three. That means three means columns. So simply I am declaring a simple matrix which consists of four rows, three columns. Four rows, three columns. Those all are integer type. Integer type. Okay, na? This is the simple example of our how to declare two-dimensional array. Okay, na? Same as this example is same as this declaration syntax. Okay, na? Simply int, that is the data type space two dimension is my array name, one substitution for rows, another substitution for columns. So 4 3. Okay, 4 means 4 rows and 3 means 3 columns. Okay, na? Now this is the simple declaration of our two-dimensional array. Now, how do we initialize two-dimensional array in C? Initialization means inserting some values. Inserting some values in the two-dimensional array. So initialization means initialization equal to operator. With the help of equal to operator, we can initialize some values to that particular variable or some array. Okay, na? So how do we initialize values in two-dimensional array? Here int, this is my data type ARR, that is my array name. One substitution for rows, second substitution for columns. So 4 3, that means 4 rows, 3 columns. 4 rows, 3 columns equal to in square brackets, same as one dimension array. Same as one dimension array. Okay, na? In flower brackets. So 1 2 3. What is the meaning of this 1 2 3? This is the one column. This is my one column. This is my, here there are 3 columns are there. Kada? So this is one column. This is another column. This is another column. So simply this is my row. 4 rows. So this is a simple row. 1 2 3, comma, another 2 3 4. This is the another row, comma. This is my another row, comma. This is my another row. So simply 4 rows, 3 columns. Here, how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows, 3 columns. What are those? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is the column. 1 is the column, 2 is the column, 3 is the column. And 2, 3, 4. So these are our columns. So simply, how many? 4 rows and 3 columns. So in this way, we can initialize two-dimensional array. Okay, na? So 4 rows, 3 columns. 4 rows, 3 columns. So this is my one row. This is my second row. So this is my third row. This is my fourth row. So ఇక్కడ నెంబర్స్ చూడండి, మీకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏ విధంగా ఇచ్చాను, మనం ఈజీగా ఐడెంటిఫై చేసే విధంగా ఇచ్చాను. సో దిస్ ఈస్ మై 1 2 3. సో దిస్ ఇస్ మై వన్ రో, దిస్ ఇస్ మై సెకండ్ రో, దిస్ ఇస్ మై థర్డ్ రో, దిస్ ఇస్ మై ఫోర్త్ రో. సో ఏ విధంగా స్టోర్ అవుతుంది? సో 1 2 3 and then 2 3 4 and then 3 4 5 and then 4 5. So simply 4 5 6. Simply this is the simple example to initialize two-dimensional array. Okay, so I am recalling again. Here two-dimensional array. What is the meaning of two-dimensional array? Two-dimensional array is a one type of array. Okay, na? So in this there are two subscriptions are there. Two subscriptions are there. For two subscription means one for rows and another for columns. One for rows and another for columns. Why? Because two-dimensional array కాబట్టి ఎట్లా ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ నాకు rows columns లాగా డివైడ్ అయి ఉంటాయి, నథింగ్ టేబుల్ లాగా డివైడ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. One subscription is for rows, another subscription for columns. So the declaration of two-dimensional array is same as one-dimensional array, but here there are two subscriptions are there. That is the only difference. That is data type space array name, data type space array name, one substitution for rows, another substitution for columns, semicolon. Here example is data type nothing but integer, int space 2 dimension. That is my array name. Here one substitution and second substitution. One substitution for rows, second substitution for columns. Here 4, 3 I mentioned. 4 means 4 rows, 3 means 3 columns. So simply this is the declaration of our two-dimensional array. Now, how do we initialize two-dimensional array? Initialization is nothing but inserting values. We can initialize some values in that particular two-dimensional array. So here simple example is there. Okay, this example shows how to initialize values into two-dimensional array. So simply data type nothing but int space arr is my array name. So 4, 3 here. This is the one subscription. This is another subscription. So this is for rows. This is for columns. So here I am initializing 4 rows and 3 columns. So 4 rows and 3 columns means this is my one row. This is my second row. This is my third row. This is my fourth row. Okay. So in this way we are initializing two-dimensional arrays. Okay. Now coming to our example. Coming to our example program, same example program mentioned. So my program name is 2D array.c. My program name is 2D array.c. In that, this is my header files. This is my main function. Here, there are two integer variables are defined. Those are for loops and for printing purpose. Okay. There are two variables in this one. Those are I, comma j. Why? Because these variables are used for loops to print. These variables are used to print. Okay. So here I ni దేని కోసం తీసుకున్నాను అంటే rows కోసం తీసుకున్నాను. Rows ని print చేయడం కోసం తీసుకున్నాను. J is for printing columns. Okay. So I variable is used for printing rows and J variable is used to print columns. Now here this is my initialization. Int arr of 4, 3. One subscription, second subscription. So 4 rows and 3 columns equal to same in the example. This is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row, this is the fourth row, semicolon. Now what happened here? These all values are inserted into 4 arr array. Okay, these all values are initialized, nothing but inserted into arr array. That is 4 rows, 3 columns. Now there are two loops are used. Those are for I equal to 0, I less than 4, I plus plus. This is for printing. This is for printing rows. And another loop is there. That is for j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. This is for printing. This is for loop for printing for columns. Now coming to our to print values. So printf. This is my array. ARR percentage D percentage D. This is the one subscription. This is the second subscription. Okay, this is for rows. This is for columns. Equal to percentage. That is IJ. Where my values are available. So IJ ARR IJ. So this is my row. This is my column. This is my matrix format. Okay, now this is my end of J loop. This is my end of I loop. So this is end of my program. So this is a simple program to demonstrate how to initialize and how to print two-dimensional array. Now execute. Okay, na? So my program name is, remember this, 2D array.c. Now open our Turbo-C. Yes, Turbo-C is open. It takes 2 or 3 seconds. Just wait. Just open. Now my program name is, what is that? So array.c. Search 2D array.c. Na? So my variable program name, that is 2D array.c. Yes, that is my program. Now here 2D array.c. Yes, this is my program. Okay, na? Yes. So in that what happened? So in that main, there are two variables are defined for rows and columns. Print rows and columns. Here this is my initialization of two-dimensional array. Okay, na? ARR 4 comma 3, 4 rows, 3 columns. These all are values, nothing but these all are inserted into my this ARR array, that is 4 column, 4 rows and 3 columns. Clear screen, okay. So this is for printing purpose. This is the one loop for printing rows. This is the another loop for printing 3 columns. Okay. So this is the printing. So IJARR of IJ. Okay. So this is the simple program I explained. Now compile this. Yes, I compiled. Now execute. Yes. What happened here? 1, 2, 3. This is the first column. 1, 2, 3. This is the first row. Now 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. This is my second row. 3, 4, 5. This is my third row. Next one 4, 5, 6. This is my last row. Okay. So this is nothing but simple program to demonstrate how to initialize and how to print two-dimension array. Okay. Is there any doubts in that program? Okay, two-dimension array. So this is nothing but at static level, nothing but compilation time. This is initialization of two-dimensional array in compilation time. Okay. In one-dimensional array also there are two types of initializations are there. What are those? What are those? So yes. What are those? Yes, at compilation time, as well as at dynamic initialization time. Correct? So same as in two-dimensional also, we can initialize two-dimensional array in compilation time and runtime. So this is the simple example for compilation time. Okay, nothing but static. Now coming to our second example. So this is, yes, this is at dynamic. Okay. This is the simple example to initialize two-dimensional array in dynamic time, nothing but runtime. So runtime means in the execution. Okay, in the execution time we can initialize some values. Now, so what happened here? Here all loops are there. These loops are used to initialize values in that particular two-dimensional array. Now, let me explain this. Here, this is my header file. This is my main function. So, int disp, this is my array name. 2 comma 2 subscription 1 subscription 2. That is 2 3. So, 2 rows 3 columns. 2 rows 3 columns. Here there are two variables are used. What are those? I comma j. Why this is there? Two variables are used. Those are I comma j. Here I is for rows, j is for columns. Okay, so reading purpose. This is for reading purpose. In previous example, this is for printing purpose, but here this is dynamic initialization. That's why these two variables are used for reading purpose. Okay, these two are reading purpose. 2 is rows. Okay, now I is for rows, j is for columns. Now here printer enter values for display. Enter values for, so these two are displayed. Now scanf. So these all are stored in using scanf function. Now displaying, how we display same as previous. If there is one logic is used, if j equal to 2, what is the meaning of this? Here j is for columns kada. If columns equal to, then print the values. Okay, then print all the values. Now let me execute this. This program name is array 2d array.c. Where is that search? Then 2d array 2.c. Yes, this is the program. Okay, yes, what happened here? Just in function, there are, yes, disp is my array name. In the two subscriptions are there. One is for rows, second is for columns. So 2 rows, 3 columns. 2 rows, 3 columns. Here there are two variables are there. Those are I comma j for reading and printing. Okay, now, so here reading is here I is nothing but rows, j is for columns. Now this is for reading those values in that particular array. Now this is for printing. Okay, this is for printing. Here there is the one condition. If j equal to that means rows. If rows equal to then print the value. Now, execute this one. Compile first. Compile. Yes, I compile. Okay, enter value. Yes, enter values for so two rows, three columns. That means 1, 2, 3. Enter values for yes. Here I mentioned 2, 3, 4. This is my result. Okay, two-dimensional array elements. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. That means how many columns? How many rows? Two rows, three columns. Okay. So let me check. So CLR share use చేద్దామండి. Previous example not awesome. So here CLR share where CLR share is placed after the declaration of all variables. So CLR okay. Now save it. Now execute. Yes. Enter values for 0, 0. That means I mentioned 1, 10, 20, 8, 40, 50, 60. Execute. Yeah. So this is for first row, this is for second row. This is for first column, second column, third column. Okay. Na? So 10, 20, 30, that is my first row. 40, 50, 60. This is my second row. So this is the simple example. Okay. This is the simple example one to initialize the values at runtime. Okay. Na? So this is the simple example for to represent two-dimensional array. Okay. Na? So this is about our two-dimensional array. Okay. Close it. Simply, there are two different types of arrays. Correct? There are two different types of arrays. What are those? One-dimensional array and multi-dimensional arrays. What is the meaning of multi-dimensional arrays? In multi-dimensional arrays, example is two-dimensional arrays are some multi-dimensional arrays, three-dimensional arrays are multi-dimensional arrays, and also four-dimensional arrays also we can call as multi-dimensional array. That means simply we can summarize here array consists of only one subscription, that is one-dimensional array. Array consists of more than one subscription, that means it is multi-dimensional array. Exactly one subscription, that is one dimension. More than one subscription, that means multi-dimensional array. So మనం ఏమేమి డిస్కస్ చేసామండి, వన్ డైమెన్షన్ అరే కంప్లీట్ గా డిస్కస్ చేసాం. మల్టీ డైమెన్షన్ అరేలో టూ డైమెన్షన్ ఆల్సో కంప్లీటెడ్. ఓకేనా. నౌ టుమారో we will discuss త్రీ డైమెన్షన్ అరే అండి. ఓకేనా. Tomorrow we will discuss three-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array is completed. So coming to our tomorrow's topic, that is how to declare and also how to initialize three-dimensional array. So దాంతో మనకి types of arrays అయిపోతుందండి. ఓకేనా. ఒకసారి సిలబస్ చెక్ చేద్దాం చూడండి. So this is arrays, concepts, nothing but introduction. Using arrays completed, array application completed. So one-dimensional array also completed, two-dimensional array. So this is also completed. Now coming to tomorrow's topic, that is multi-dimensional arrays. Simply here three-dimensional array we will discuss. So example programs here, example programs already nenu a topic nenu చూస్తున్నాడు. ఓకేనా? సో సింప్లీ 3-dimensional array చెప్పాము అంటే అయిపోతుందండి. ఓకేనా? 3-dimensional array చెప్పాము అంటే array కాన్సెప్ట్ అయిపోతుంది, ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా? సో tomorrow we will discuss about multi-dimensional array and a simple example program that is calculate averages. So tomorrow we will be completed arrays concept. Okay? Now you can leave and prepare for next class. Now you can leave.
సార్
చెప్పండి
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా నోట్స్ లేదా మామూలుగా మనకి
నోట్స్ అంటే
ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్తున్నారు కదా సార్ ఇట్లానే ల్యాప్టాప్ నుంచి